Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Max's Perspective podcast. Hope you are doing well today. Today, we are going to look at superstitions. Superstitions. What is a superstition? A superstition is a funny sort of belief that people have where they think something lucky or unlucky will happen if they do something wrong or do this specific action. It might change your luck for the better or the worse. So superstitions, they're very cultural. Every country, every culture has their own superstitions. I'm going to tell you some of the superstitions that I learnt about from my country when I was young, and I'm sure most people will know them, especially from Western countries. And then I'll tell you some of the superstitions that I've learnt about in Taiwan. So Taiwan has many, 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 many superstitions. You see them every day, really. In Western culture, they are not too important. Like I personally don't follow any, but some of them are almost like a rule. Let's have a look. One of the first ones I got taught as a kid is don't walk under a ladder. Walking under a ladder is bad luck. We've always been told that. I thought it was just because, well, if you walk under a ladder, it's probably going to be a dangerous situation. Like there might be somebody up on the ladder, or there's going to be some paint or some bricks or some construction happening in that area, or the ladder could fall. So don't walk under a ladder. That's just common sense. But actually there is history to this, and it's something to do with long ago, people were like executed or hanged, and the ladder was used to hang people. And so the ladder has to do with dying, basically. All right, so don't walk under a ladder. I remember when I used to walk to school with my mom, she told me don't step on cracks. So, on the sidewalk, the pavements will have cracks, and stepping on a crack is bad luck. Or there was a little song even, step on a crack, you break your back, something like that. So for a long time, I never stepped on cracks. I'd kind of look at the floor and avoid stepping on a crack. Then there was the one about don't break a mirror. If you break a mirror, you get 7 years bad luck. Yeah, I'm not sure what the reason is that or the history for that. But as a result, whenever I touched a mirror or held a mirror, I was very, very careful. So maybe that was a good thing. Also, as you know, in Western culture, the number 13 is our unlucky number. So, and even more unlucky is Friday the 13th. So when the date becomes Friday the 13th of any month, then everybody's very cautious, like, something bad could happen today. Friday the 13th is a sort of unlucky day. And even a full moon. So this is kind of opposite to Taiwanese culture. Like a full moon is kind of seen as a bit scary and could be a bit unlucky, or just strange things could happen on a full moon day. So if it's Friday the 13th and a full moon, then everybody's very sort of careful, like, what could happen today? But in Taiwanese culture, a full moon's generally a good thing. I know most holidays start on a full moon, and it's kind of seen as a way to start a new month or like a new period of time, or it's like a harvesting time. So it's a way to sort of keep track of time. The whole calendar is based on the moon. Another one in Western culture you might see is if somebody says something and they hope it doesn't come true, they'll say knock on wood, and they'll tap the table or the chair or any piece of wood 2 or 3 times. They'll go ding ding, and that is knock on wood. It means, ooh, I hope this doesn't come true, or ooh, I hope this does come true. So if you say, oh, the exams will be easy, knock on wood, touch wood. So people say touch wood or knock on wood. and then they actually do that action, and it will help that thing, whatever they said, to come true. Because if they said, oh, I think the exams will be easy, and you don't knock on wood, then the exams will be hard. And whatever you thought, the opposite will happen. So people knock on wood, and I've seen people do that. There's quite a few people that actually still believe that. It's just, it becomes a habit. What else? Here's an interesting one. Did you know on your birthday, so I'm sure you've seen birthday cakes with candles. So when we're kids, we always have birthday cakes with candles. And however old you are, that's how many candles you have in your cake. Obviously, as you get a bit older, like into your teenage years, they stop doing that because it's just too many candles. So you might just have like 1 or 2 or 3 candles as you get older. But when you're a kid, you might have, if you're a 10-year-old kid and it's your birthday, you might have 10 candles on your cake. Anyway, when we're children, we're told you must blow out all the candles in one go. So you take a deep breath and you blow all the candles out. If you can't do it, so you blow, if you're a 10-year-old and it's your 10th birthday, you're blowing out all the candles, and you only blow out 9, and there's still 1 candle alight, then that is considered bad luck. And I guess if there's more candles alight, then that's more bad luck. In fact, I think they said if you can't blow out all your candles, you won't get any presents. Anyway, so you have to blow out all your candles, otherwise it's bad luck. Also on a wedding, I don't know, is this true in Taiwan? But on a wedding, the bride and the groom cannot see each other on the day of the wedding until they are at the altar where they meet the priest and they get married. Seeing the groom if the bride and groom see each other on the day of the wedding, that is considered bad luck. So that's some Western ones. Did you know all of those? Are some of those the same as Taiwan? Sorry, one more one is the black cats. So we were told if a pure black cat crosses your path, mean it like runs in front of you or goes across where you are or where you're walking, that's also bad luck. And I wonder in Taiwan, are there any animal superstitions like certain animal is good luck or bad luck? For example, I think in maybe Korea, like a crow is bad luck, for example. I think many countries, they have a bad luck animal. What's the Taiwan one? So in Taiwan, I know there's many. I can't even talk about all of them. But for example, don't put your chopsticks upright in your rice bowl. That will be bad luck, and it's a bad message to the ancestors and the gods. Something about an umbrella. Don't open an umbrella indoors. Don't whistle at night. For us, the number 13 is bad luck, but in Chinese culture, the number 4 is bad luck. So these are all superstitions. Okay, and I know there's many, many more. And every country, for example, in Italy, the number 7 and 17 is bad luck. And it's the same as Chinese. It's the way it sounds, and it's when you say it, it sounds something like death or die or something like that. So every country has slightly different superstitions. Another thing you often see, especially with sports stars, like sportsmen, sportswomen, they have a sort of like maybe a lucky thing that they do, or for example, or a lucky charm, like a little thing they carry and it gives them luck. If you're a baseball player, you might, before you about to hit the ball, you might like tap the ground 3 times. And you feel like if you don't do it, you're going to have bad luck. But if you do it, it'll help you to hit the ball better. Or some people believe that like if they wear like their lucky socks. Some people they might have lucky socks or lucky underwear or a lucky tie or something. And they might wear it to an interview or whatever the special occasion is. And here's your question for today. As mentioned, I want to know, what superstitions do you personally use? So like I said, there are general superstitions, but there's also personal superstitions. For example, when you go to bed, you might, before you go to bed, you might think like, oh, I must first, like you have a special order to do things, and that will you might feel like, oh, that'll make me sleep better. So you have to first turn off the light, then drink some water, then, I don't know, plug your phone in or something. Or you might have a lucky pair of socks or something like that. Also, what are some more Taiwanese superstitions that I did not mention? They are so interesting. Please let me know. All right, that is your question for today. Personal superstitions and your culture's superstitions, or any interesting superstitions you've seen or come across in other countries. Please write that in the comments. I would love to see them, and I will reply. Bye. All right, everybody, that is superstitions. Please let me know, what are some superstitions that you personally use or that you know of? I would love to hear.